8 onions. 8 onions is going to be enough soup for probably... I would say 8 onions probably is going to make about 2 big bowls of soup, maybe 3 regular sized bowls. Who likes the color orange? Yo. Look at this pro chopper. Can you see how long I have until I post in Discord? I don't think it shows me an up-to-date timer, Blake. Of course, you could use a mandolin. If you have like a rotary slicer, you could certainly do that. But we're only doing 8 onions, so. Just kind of move everything off your cutting board periodically. Clean cutting board makes your life a whole lot easier if you're trying to work in between piles of cut onions and stuff like that. You're gonna have a much harder time, so just keep your board cleaned off. Chop, 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 chop. All right. What are we? Are we halfway through? Let's see. When Kat gets home, have her show you the pics. I'm actually pretty proud of the chair. Nice, I will. That looks like at least 8 more onions than 8. Let's see. A stable cutting board also helps. Yours looks like it's developing a warp. It totally is. Let's see. All I know how to do is troll the chat. I can't even fake chop a name like that. Cheers, Jacoby. Yeah, I do need... this board does need some help. Every time... we do have one person in chat who's very familiar with cutting boards, and she comes in and gives me a hard time every time, which she's totally right. I appreciate that she comes in and hounds me. This board definitely is warping a little bit. We do flip it kind of every day to try to even it out. We could also like soak it and then dry it like on a rack so it gets airflow, kind of everyone dries a little bit more evenly. There's a lot of stuff we could do to fix it, but it's also got some cracks in it, and at this point we're probably just in the market to replace it. We've just abused it for so long. Got you down for a new cutting board for Christmas. Hey, yeah, it's probably about time. I mean, this board has been great, but we've just abused it so much because we use it every day. We use it really hard on stream, so it's a great board. It's the board that's listed in my kit. I think it's a pretty high quality board. We've just been really hard on it for a really long time. So everyone knows how to hold a knife safely, yeah? Everyone watched that YouTube video, I hope. The key pinch grip, this is how we hold a knife. Thumb goes on the blade, right? So where the handle and the blade meet, your thumb actually goes on the blade itself. On the other side, we pinch, so you can actually hold your knife like this. We call this the key pinch grip because this is how you would hold a key that you're like putting in and turning into a lock, right? So that's the key pinch grip. And then we wrap our fingers around the handle like so. And you want to just grip this hard enough that the knife isn't like flying away. It's not like dangling, you know? So you want to grip it enough that it's solid, but not enough that you like lose mobility in your wrist, right? If you like put a death grip on this, you can't really move your wrist really well. So just enough grip strength that your wrist is still really mobile, but the knife itself isn't moving around in your fingers at all. It's also way too dry. I see the cracking. You don't treat it with mineral oil often enough, I'm guessing. True. Yep, it's a very dry board. Oh yeah, you use that board. You use that board so hard. It's true. We've definitely abused this board. We do have a mineral oil. Maybe I'll do that tonight since we'll be done a little bit earlier tonight. We started early tonight, so maybe we'll do a little oiling. The most important thing I've learned from your videos is to wash the veggies with soap and water. Oh my gosh. It's never gonna go away, is it? Okay. We're good here. I even, how long have you had that board? A couple of years now. I even followed, there's a doctor at Columbia. She's like I think she's a virologist at Columbia. And I just read an article where she was talking about like surface transfers and cross-contamination for COVID. And at the end of the article, she's even talking about food. And she's like, stop washing your food with disinfectants. So I tweeted at her and I was like, exactly. And like I linked my video. I'm like, yes, stop using soap on your food. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. So that's the key pinch grip. The other part of knife safety is how we hold the food we're slicing. So palm up, think about holding like a baby bird in your hand. You don't want that baby bird to fly away, but you also don't want to squish it, right? So just bring your fingers up into kind of like a little cage grip like this. Like you don't want that little bird to fly away or fall out of your hands, but not too tight, right? So just kind of that little claw motion, and then you just park that right on top of whatever you're cutting. In this way, our fingertips are always underneath our knuckles or underneath our palm. Even our thumb is tucked under, right? So in doing this, our knife can't actually cut our fingertips because they're tucked away safely, and our knife is, for the most part, running up and down this knuckle right here. So to actually cut ourselves, we'd have to bring our knife all the way up over our hand and cut, but we're just kind of running the flat of our knife along this knuckle, just like that. And that keeps everything nice and safe. I need to get better at treating my board too. Not dogging on you, as I'm just as guilty. Just helping a fellow board abuser. No. I don't. I mean, I don't feel like you're dogging on me at all. The criticism I have received for my board is totally warranted. We have abused it. Like, I mean, what am I gonna do? Be like, no, of course we've abused it. Yeah, the criticism I receive is well warranted. Something we should have been more on top of, for sure. As long as you're using that safe grip, you should still obviously be paying close attention to what you're doing with your knife. That doesn't give you license to, be inattentive to what you're doing. But it will make you a whole lot safer to be cutting because your fingertips are definitely out of the way. Where does the onion end and where does the finger begin? When you hear the crunch of a bone, that's where the finger begins. Whenever someone talks about the cutting board, Sir Jason always brings up they have mineral oil. He might use it, but alas, next stream he has not. It's true. That happens all the time. That has happened several times. There. You like that? I'll even leave it out. I'll leave it right there. The one thing I learned from this stream is that Jason ruins his cast iron. Oh my gosh, Lelio. I always refer to that hand as the bear claw grip. Oh yeah, that's good. That doesn't give you a license to, kill? I have said that many times about the oil. You're right. We're gonna be done a little earlier tonight. So we will, we'll do it tonight. How about that? We'll do it on stream even. How about that?